Hi everyone, welcome to my live. Today I'm gonna be talking a little bit about the struggles of being disabled and what kind of challenges it comes with a little bit. So we're gonna be talking especially about the extra labor put constantly put on disabled and marginalized people at large, since it's an issue that arose recently in my life. So I kind of want to talk about that. So yeah, hi, welcome in. Um, okay, we had a little number go up and down just now, and while this is taking place, I'm going to be working on some orders. I'm almost done with this. I just have to make the tail. I took a little break because, like, I was getting really overworked and tired, and so when that happens, I try to take short breaks and like work on other things. So I made a couple things and I rested quite a bit over the last few days. So yeah, so I'm gonna be making the kitty tail. I'm probably gonna be finishing these little guys right here as well. And so, all right, gonna wait for more people to show up before I go in the deep part of this subject. But essentially, yeah, I'm hoping to discuss disabilities today, hopefully, because I'm a disabled human being, and sometimes it's a challenge that people don't get, and we're really tired people. A lot is put on our shoulders and we get like um how can I say this, like people just don't get the amount of energy it takes to dismiss all the things and answer the questions and deal with people's BS, if you understand what I'm saying here. So alright, I'm gonna close these windows that are useless. I'm gonna try to clear my desktop a little bit. Alright, okay. And now opening the pattern. Um, I put the pattern down there the last time, but I'm gonna do this again to make sure you can see. Okay, I have to review this pattern that I made later. I'm not gonna do it now. Okay. I'm just gonna put the pattern right there. Alrighty. And I'm using the medium size right now, but later it's gonna be the small cats. So yeah. Right now we're finishing up the tail for the medium cat, and then I have to make basically the whole pattern for the smallest sizes. I have to make the faces, the ears, the faces, the arms, legs, tail, details, everything. So I've not done that. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is, I know I've mentioned this already, but this is a pattern I've done a lot. So I basically know it by heart. It's just the steps in the making of the parts that I need to remember, because you have counts and everything. That's challenging to remember sometimes. So sometimes like when you're making something smaller, um, you can just crochet and not really pay attention if you're making granny squares or something, but it's a little bit more challenging when you're working on a big kitty like this. So that's why part of my screen is covered at the moment, so I can't see myself on camera. So I apologize if I act silly or weird or anything else of that sort while I'm on here. It's because I can't see myself, so just thought I'd get that out of the way right now. I'm sorry, I'm just wiping my hook. It seems to have some kind of greasy substance on it, and I can't seem to get that off. So it's really, really annoying right now. All right, okay, I'm back. So yeah, like I was saying, the only part of my screen I can see is like from the far right side of the window up to my yarn shelf over there. That's what I can see. The rest of the screen is covered by my pattern. I know I should print it and like work on it that way, but not wasting precious printing ink because I need that for my shipping labels, and it goes by so quickly. It's crazy, you know. So yeah, just trying to be conscious about my ink usage. And like, okay, keeping hydrated. It's the holidays, everyone. It's a joyful time for many and a sad time for many as well. Let's see if there are. No, not yet. We don't have anyone yet. We had someone joining for a second, but I guess it this is not what they were looking for, so right now I'm using this little kitty as a stitch marker. Can you see it? Okay, I guess you can see it. As I said, I don't know what's on the screen, so it's a bit challenging for me to tell. So yeah, I'm being a little bit thematic right now with a kitty stitch marker to make a cat. So I broke my smaller stitch marker, and all my other sizable ones for my bigger yarn projects are all used up because I have too many whips. So um I don't know about you guys, like, but during this holiday season I've been so unmotivated to do anything, and I have family visiting in 2 days and I don't have anything ready. But like, not that they warned me in advance. My dad texted me the other day, like 2 days ago, and told me, "Oh, by the way, we're coming to see you the 25th." Great, dad. I wish I knew before. I don't have gifts for anyone. I didn't prepare anything for you guys. I don't have anything ready. And everything they visit, I get the same present. I get candles. And they know I'm pyrophobic. But I guess they're not really concerned with that. Like, they don't know me, they don't know what I like, they don't know what I want. So I either get candles or candy. All, all the same, almost the same letters. I'm okay with getting candy, of course, which I'm not supposed to eat because I have to take care of my sugar. I'm not supposed to to consume too much sugar because my blood sugar is elevated a little bit. But it's sweets. A little bit of sweets during the holidays is good, even when you're not supposed to. And I have ARFID, which is a disability on its own, really. And like when you have ARFID, you kind of have to make do with what you can because there are a lot of things you cannot eat. And I guess this is gonna tie into my subject for this stream a little bit, which is uh, the burden we often put on marginalized people and the extra work we ask for from them. Because okay, I'm gonna talk a little bit about ARFID. So disclaimer right now, this is going to be about eating disorders. So if this can trigger you or make you feel bad, please skip this. Like, I won't be offended if you skip over this part or if you don't participate or anything, because I understand that this is a subject that can be really triggering to some people. So I'm gonna talk about eating disorders. So just warning you. Okay, instead of rambling about warning, I should go into the subject. I'm having a little bit of trouble speaking right now. I'm still a little fuzzy in my brain. Okay, so ARFID is avoidant restrictive food intake disorder. It's an eating disorder related to the food consumption itself. It doesn't uh, come from like body image or anything, and it doesn't come from wanting to lose weight or anything. The motivation is not exterior, it's a problem with the food consumption itself. Like a lot of people with ARFID are just averse to food consumption or to the food itself. Like people are either incapable of ingesting the food, they don't want to, they don't feel like this ability to I'm so sorry, it's really hard to explain, but like they don't have the will to eat even if they're hungry. Like, and it's not because they're worried about gaining weight or anything. It's really the food itself, and a lot of it comes from either trauma or like sensory issues. It's common thing for autistic people, and so I can talk a little bit about that. My ARFID wasn't caused by trauma. I've had this since birth, and basically it can change a little bit throughout your life, like the things you're sensitive to. But basically, there are a huge group of foods I cannot eat, be it because of texture, color, smell. I'm especially sensitive to smells and textures. And the context plays a big part in it as well. Like, if you're eating in public with a lot of people, with a lot of noise, the more sensory input, I guess, the more challenging it will be. And yeah, because of that, there are situations I cannot eat in. I will just get sick. So, and more often than not, you get like this uncontrollable urge to like either throw up or you gag. You just instantly gag as soon as you have the sensory input from the food you're trying to ingest. So it's not like you're just being picky. It's literally your body is telling you not, like, your body is not willing to let you take the food in. Like sometimes I'll just put the food in my mouth and instantly gagging like that. or sometimes even just the smell of that food is enough to trigger it. And it's a yeah, it's a challenge. And so for me, I there's a large selection of things I cannot eat. Like I can't eat any cooked vegetables either. And so people keep telling me, "Oh yeah, yeah, well, roast them or like, you know, they keep telling me ways to cook the vegetables and I'm like, "No, I can't." Like the texture is not okay. It's too soft. I cannot do it and the taste is too pronounced. It's not good. I'm not able to do that. Like it needs to be raw or it's nothing. I do like vegetables actually. I love raw vegetables. And I used to eat a lot of carrots and things like that. Even celery, I do enjoy celery. I've not eaten any of them in a while because they're a bit expensive right now, but there are quite a few I like. So just not cooked, nothing cooked at all. And so yeah, no onions, no garlic, not even raw. I cannot. It is the worst. I think like I think okay, this is gonna be controversial because I know how many people like it, but for me, garlic is like the plague. Literally, it is the bane of my existence. Just smelling it, especially if it's cooking or something, my nose instantly like burns, and I want to be sick. Like I'm gonna be sick. Even talking about it, the the memory of it is enough right now to make me feel weird. And so people don't realize what's just how disabling that is and how isolating because whenever people are eating out or like going to dinner or like having a dinner party, I mean, and eating with people, family at someone's house, and I can't go and eat at someone's house if I don't know what they're cooking because it might be something that triggers the ARFID and they'll be like disappointed, sad, angry, or mad that I'm not eating the food and they'll call me names and things like that and think I'm disrespectful and like think I'm just being fussy and picky and picking and choosing while someone is trying to host me or anything and like but I cannot help that. It's natural response in my body. Like I can't stop being triggered by the food. It's not my fault. But because of it, like I'm isolated. I never see people. I always refuse outings and things like that. And people think it's because I don't like them. But if I explain it, it's because of the food. Like they're like, stop being so picky. You're an adult. Blah blah blah. Yeah, no, I cannot. Like I can't not gag. And if I gag, you're gonna be angry and tell me to stop being fussy and not to act like that and blah blah blah. I've heard so many things to people like. So yeah, no, I barely ever eat at people's houses. I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have in-person friends actually. And a lot of it is because of that. And like when people suggest restaurants, like it's very restrictive for me to be like, oh yeah, I can't eat that and I can't eat that either. I can't go to Asian restaurants. I can't have Indian food. I cannot have any like I can't have Mexican food. I can't have there's just no end to this. Like unless we're going to like McDonald's or something, which is really sad. And McDonald's is crap, but it's a bunch of things that I'm able to eat. And also imagine like how bad it is for my nutrition that I'm not able to eat most foods and that I'm stuck eating garbage all the time. And this is why I'm fat. I'm not fat because I'm not careful or because I want to be. Believe me, if I had it any other way, I'd be eating good things all the time. But like when my RFID is really bad, I simply cannot. So people always need me to explain what RFID is and are always questioning and debating with me and like assuming it's this or that and that I'm just not polite or that I've been raised in a bad way and or anything, but like by no means. It's not something I can control, and it's just so tiring to have to talk about it all the time and have people question that and not believe me. It's a lot to take on for anyone. So I guess there you have it. It's just a very challenging thing. And like I wish people would be kinder and more accepting of it because it's not something I can change. I'm not impolite, I promise. And I'm not even picky. I would eat the blandest, most boring foods. And I'm not fussy if something is not cooked to perfection or whatever. As long as I'm not triggered by it. Like I would eat anything. Anything I'm not triggered with. No matter how badly it is cooked. Now, no matter how weird it is or unusual or whatever, if it's not triggering me, I'd eat anything. And people don't believe that. They are sure I'm just being picky, a fussy little baby, and that's something I'm infantilized about as well. And so it's a struggle that everyone with ARFID faces is we're being infantilized all the time for not eating what everyone else is eating, and people assume it's because as children we were coddled and we were let eat whatever we wanted, but no, the reason we ate whatever we wanted as children is because we had ARFID and we would just like that saying that a child will never let themselves starve and will eat when they're hungry enough. That is not true. A child with ARFID would rather starve to death than eat something that triggers them. And believe me when I say it, it is true. I have done it. I have starved myself for days when I was a child. And because my parents left things for me and said, "Nah, you will eat this. I don't care when, but whenever you come to the table, it's this and nothing else." I have starved myself for days. My parents have sat beside me, forced me to eat. I'm sorry, this is gonna get a little triggering here. We're gonna talk about child abuse right now, but like, my parents have sat next to me at the table, forced me to eat every little bit, and at every single bite, I would gag and I would eat tiny little bits like these and like drown them in ketchup or anything, and it would not matter. I would just gag the whole way. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna wipe my hook again real quick. It's getting a little bit weird. Okay. So, yeah, as I was saying, I would gag and I would get sick on the table. And so, yeah, When there aren't safe foods for me, I don't eat. I pretend like I'm sick or that I'm not hungry, and I let myself be hungry and suffer. And this is why I don't really see people or hang out with people. It's a big part of it anyway. Because when I always choose the same restaurants and everything, people are like, "Oh, I can never get what I want, blah blah blah. It always has to be your choice, blah blah blah." You know, I would love for you to choose a restaurant, but like, and that's why I always tell my friends, choose wherever you want to go, we will go. I don't care if I'm not gonna eat, choose where you want to go. And like, people are like, but nah, choose somewhere you want to go. And then they complain. It's like, why even bother? Like, and I'm always like, it's okay if I don't eat. Just choose. Just please do me this favor. Please tell me what you really want to eat, and we will go there. And I don't care. I'll eat later. Like, I'm just so isolated at this point. It angers me. It's hard to deal with. It's sad. It's not easy, and yeah. And this is a big thing that I struggle with. So, like I said, I'm not a picky eater. I would eat the crappiest foods from the crappiest restaurants if they didn't trigger me. Like, anyway, I'll just go fill this up real quick because it's about to run out. So, I'll be right back, everyone. Well, no one, because we don't have anyone right now. But maybe for the replay. And I am back. Oh yeah, and to top it off, I have IBS as well. So all the foods that don't trigger my ARFID trigger my IBS. So whatever I eat, I'm either really sick or really um, triggered, or I have a lot of nutrient deficiencies because of ARFID. I'm B12 deficient, I'm vitamin D deficient, I'm a bunch of other stuff deficient, and I have my blood sugar is too elevated, my cholesterol is a little high, too much salt. So, yeah, it's a struggle, people. People don't realize this, but I'm not able to lose weight and eat normally, and you know, believe me, I wish I could do anything to change that, but and there are therapies to fix our fit now. These are cruel. Like, it's either desensitization or like reducing sensory stimuli and everything. But like, I don't think that forcing myself to eat something until I'm able to do it will actually be really good, because I was forced as a child and it left me traumatized. So it didn't help any. It didn't help at all. So I'm just, yeah. Alright, and now the tail. I just have to do 24 rows, 24 rounds and I'm done. Oof. Okay, I'm getting a little bit tired here. Let's stuff this. I bet everyone is preparing for Christmas, and that's why we don't have anyone joining right now. But the replay will be available. I know this is quite a heavy rant, so I understand it's not everyone's cup of tea, and I understand that it might be a hard subject for people, so I totally understand if like you can't watch this. So no worries. Like it's completely fine. It makes me sad whenever I hear about people struggling with orphan as well, so like I get it. I get it if that's not something you can deal with right now or at any moment. And if you need a break or just as long as you are okay, that's what counts. And you're the best judge of that. So don't force yourself. Don't ever force yourself to consume content that is not good for your health. I just got a scam email about PayPal. Supposedly restricting my account. Uh, Please verify now on December 23rd, 20,000, 2023. Blah, blah, blah. And it's full of mistakes as well. Those are hilarious. Like, I get those all the freaking time. And they're on my old email. They're not even on my PayPal email. Okay, I get these every day. They're very creative. I'm gonna give them that at least. Goodness. Okay, I'm sorry. That was just a sorry. Oh, bit funny. I'm responding to Facebook comments right now. While no one is here, I figured might as well. And I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. So if you're wondering why I'm gone, if anyone is here while I'm gone, if anyone comes on, well, just know that I'm in the at the bathroom right now. Not that you will see anything because you're not here now, but in case you like go back a little bit or something. All right, I'll just be right back. I'll put And I am back. Alright, remember to hydrate. Hydrate before you dehydrate. That's becoming a rather popular phrase, isn't it? With online communities. Alright, we're gonna do more crochet now. Gonna continue this. I'm sorry, I sound so rambly when I'm on. Always struggle with speech. And this is another thing that is hard as a disabled person is when you struggle with speech and people are like, but you're talking, you're fine. We hear you. Like, people, I, I often feel like people are not, not really not being truthful, but like, are trying to be gentle when it comes to my speech disabilities, and they're like, nah, you're fine, you're good. Yeah, yeah, right. I hesitate on every other word. Like, it's very obvious that I struggle with speech. And like, it's very dismissive to be told, nah, you don't struggle. When in my head, it's painful to even say a word. Like, I have to muster all my concentration and focus to align more than one sentence together, and they come out backwards and they come out weirdly. And then people are like, nah, stop. You're, you're underplaying yourself. You're not underplaying, but like, not underestimating, but you're downplaying, is what I'm trying to say. You're downplaying it, blah blah blah. You're better than what you're saying. You have bad self esteem. No, I really do struggle with speech. Sorry, just wiping the hook again. I don't know what's going on right now. It's just so greasy. Like, usually it gets a little bit greasy, but today it's really weird. So okay, so yeah. So like, if someone says they are struggling with something, with a disability, please don't invalidate that. Like, more often than not, the people are feeling this struggle and you're not seeing it because you're seeing someone doing something, but you're not in their brain, and you don't know how lonely it feels to not have anyone believe you when you're struggling. So just please be mindful of that when you talk to people. We're not being hard on ourselves. We're not downplaying our abilities. We really are struggling. We're trying to speak up because it's hard and because we need the support. So when I say I struggle with speech, it's because I do, and it takes me more effort than you to uh, put together a sentence to be coherent and anything like that. Because my head sounds like a freaking dictionary. Like, I'm hyperlexic in my brain. I talk academically in my head, but in person, I hesitate on every other word, and I struggle, and I don't find my words fine, and I don't use the word I wish I would use. And I talk very approximately, and yeah. I guess the only thing is I do struggle a little bit with my accent because I'm not a native English speaker, so I struggle with pronunciation a bit. But in my head, my English is freaking perfect. Like, I have a perfect American accent in my head, sometimes Canadian accent because I've been consuming a lot of Canadian English content lately. So, like, in my head, the accent is perfect and flawless, but it comes out in all the wrong ways. And the big part of that is my speech problems because my brain doesn't process the things that it processes. It doesn't like put them together very well. This is so hard to explain. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm making sense, but and the other thing too is like I always ask people if I'm making sense, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah," and it turns out they didn't understand the word, or they understood the complete opposite of what I was saying. So like, please don't hesitate to tell me if something is not clear, or you'd like me to clarify, or you need me to clarify. I know it's not very efficient, but I'll try my best to help. I know you might not want me to clarify because I'm probably gonna end up confusing you more, but I'll do my best. I mean, just because I struggle doesn't mean I should not speak, you know? Yeah, the cattail is going well. We're just gonna count the rows real quick to make sure I'm not, like, you know, going over the amount I need to do. Okay, we need four more rows. Four more rounds. This is nice. And it's orange and yellow. It's cute. I like it. I've done this exact cat so freaking often. I'm so tired of this pattern. But it's a great seller, I mean. I was excited to do the smaller ones because it's more time efficient and uses less resources, and I can still charge a good price for it. So they're about $40 or something in my shop, I think. A little bit over that to cover for Etsy's selling fees and whatnot. But yeah, and they're still quite big. Like the medium ones are 9 inches, and the small cats are about 6 inches. So 6 inch is a good size for a plushie, I think. People usually, when they want a commission, they usually go with about 6 inches. So that's good now, right? Anyway, okay. Scratch. A little bit of scratches. I'm always itchy. I'm always allergic to things. So I'm scratchy all over. My skin is not in the best condition it's ever been in. I should do something about that, but I don't really have the means to hydrate my skin right now, so yeah. Taking a break from the subject of the stream, it's a little bit heavy. I guess if people come in and really want me to pick that back up, I'll talk about it again. But right now, I'd rather focus a little bit on this. Just at least while I get it done. Okay, one last row. And after that, I'll count to make extra sure. And we'll sew that on, do the little stitch detail on the tail, and the kitty will be done. I really like this one. It's really cute, even if I've done it quite a few times because the some of the elements are out of order. Like the stripes are not the stripes, but like the eyes are bright yellow instead of pink, and the little ear at the top is yellow and orange as well, instead of being pink and purple like it always is. So some of the elements are switched around, and I'm quite happy about that. Like you can see, usually the leg is this color here, and like pink and red. And then usually the arms are yellow or orange and yellow, and the tail always yellow and greenish. This greenish color here. Here you have the yellow, and here's the green. There isn't a big difference, but it's there, believe me. Trust me, it is. My gloves are coming undone. I guess it'll be time to replace them soon. And I like the little fishy. It's really cute on the belly. Really like it. Okay, just counting to make sure. Okay, 24. And we cut this and do this. The last stitch. I like to fasten off in the next stitch when I'm working around, because instead of having the bump, it's smooth. It's a little bit smoother, at least. It's not perfectly smooth, but you don't get that big elevated bump. So yeah, I always fasten off in the second, well, the first stitch of the next round, if that makes sense. That's how I like to do it. So just a little bit of stuffing. I want it to be nice and solid, but not firm. So I still want it to be a bit squishy, I guess, because it's a tail. It's gotta move around, right? Because cats, they're always flailing their tail when they get overwhelmed or overstimulated. Kitties are awesome. I love cats. I do. I'm obsessed with kitties. All right. This little guy's getting a tail. That's a happy day for a kitten. It's cat day. It's tail day for you. Good. Okay. The first few stitches are always challenging when you are dyspraxic. I've talked about that as well already, quite a bit actually. Getting it lined up and everything. Thanks. Okay, we're good. Once I'm like aligned with um half of what I need to sew it on, then it's good. Its face is squished on my boobies right now. I'm sorry, kitty. It's just that this is the most comfortable position to sew the tail on. So yeah, the face is getting squished. And then I like to do a little knot at the end that is gonna be hidden inside the stitches. And then you go back in and then out. You pull for the knot here, oh, here, to go inside. So like, look, it's hiding in the plushie right now. And you cut. You pull a bit on it so that your end goes inside and you're done. I don't weave the ends in, I just put them inside. They've never come out, so it's good. I've never had a problem with it. And now we will make the little stitch detail because this is a zombie and it has stitches because obviously zombies are losing parts, always losing parts, losing limbs, getting stitched back up by the medical professionals, apparently. Or I don't know who. I don't know. Who do you think stitches zombies back on? Let's. Do you think they do that themselves? I don't know. What do you think? This is something silly to speculate on, I think. But, zombies don't get the recognition they deserve, I guess. We don't often think about things like that. It's like this meme about why zombies, not why zombies, but why vampires are sensitive to the sun. They have sensitive skin. They have very pale skin. They are sensitive to UV rays, apparently. I don't remember what the exact meme was, but the punchline basically is, do you ever think about that? No, you only think about yourself. So I like that meme. It's funny. The vampire meme. Same with zombies. Like, who stitches them back on? I know Sally stitches herself back together all the time. But I wonder if cats can do it. Do you think they use their claws to stitch themselves back on? And there, this is the little stitch detail that goes on the tail. And we are done! Oh, I'm so happy I can finally close the pattern. Oh my goodness. Done. Okay. Bit of water. Good. This guy is cute. Oh, I need to make an alien head for that order. I'm gonna do that real quickly. Those are easy and quick. I need to make some more for the skinny puppy crew. Some people have reached out to me because they didn't get theirs, so we are going to make some for them as well. I wanted everyone to have their little alien heads, and I only made 5, so yeah. I just love these guys so much. I want them to have everything they ever want. They did a good job, and not a lot of people tend to uh, acknowledge the crew. Like, they did good stuff with the lighting and the technician aspect of things. That show, that the Skinny Puppy shows were so amazing. Alien head, right? Yeah. I'm just gonna observe the kitty a little bit. It's so cute. Look at the shape of the head. I think I got it extra nice this time. and the body is quite good as well. And the I think the squishiness level overall is quite good. So I'm getting really good at crochet, I guess. That's a good thing since I have a small business. Usually it's supposed to have the Blair Witch Project sign on there, but I don't do it because I'm like, yeah, no, that's a, a copyrighted thing, right? Like that's a licensed thing. So I'm like, nah, I'd rather do without it and just make the kitty. It's so cute. I can't stop looking at it. I really, really like this one. Oh, right. I have to take photos of this little guy for the social media. This is your boy. I'll send that to the guy who ordered it so he can see. But yeah, I'll send that later. Right now, just checking. Oh no. Hmm. Sorry, someone is arguing with me again about why you shouldn't block people on social media. And I'm just like, no, fuck that. If someone is being annoying, I block. Like, my piece is worth so much more than that. And actually, another content creator talked about this, and he said something that resonated with me quite a bit. Is if someone is disturbing your inner peace, just block them. They're not worth it, no matter who they are, no matter what they're saying. And this person is saying that I'm putting myself in an echo chamber. That's a funny thing to me because the people I block are people who don't give me any like space at all, and they don't give any space to my opinions and my thoughts, and like that's why I block them, because they either they think I shouldn't exist, or that I'm not valuable or contributing in a valuable way, and don't need that. We don't need that. We simply don't. So, I'm sorry. Yeah. When someone is arguing just for the sake of disturbing the peace and being a little a hole, I will not say the word because I'm trying to abide by community guidelines, but you know what I mean. I just don't have the space for those people. That's all. I'd rather keep it for those who have the space for me. So I'm done with this. Oh, the ears are a little bit folded. It's annoying. But I think overall we did good. I like doing the eyes like this because I think the spiral is really neat. I like doing it really defined like this. Like I go into every little stitches. I start here and I follow the line in until the very middle. And I like doing that. Like, yeah, you see. I really, really like this guy. I'm sorry, I keep like staring at it, but it's good to celebrate things that go well once in a while because the world sucks. And I have this guy that I haven't shipped yet. I need to finish the bat real quick. I have all the elements. I just have to make the body and actually sew it together. But I have all the limbs of the little bat. And alright. Ah, alien face now. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you the little holly berries I made. I made two of these actually. This is a pattern by Mrs. Crowlett on Instagram and on Etsy as well. So I made the little eyeballs. I didn't make the little holly, simple hollies. I made these ones because they're creepy and super cute. And actually, I have those in my shop. Just be mindful, they're a bit small, so not for small children, and keep away from pets because that is really small. That's like maybe 1 inch thick, the eyes here. They're sewn together, so they shouldn't come off, but just like be careful in general. And this is so cute. The original design has 3 leaves, but I think it's a little bit weirdly balanced to add the third leaf. So I like to do 2 leaves and 3 berries, and I like this better. I think it looks better personally. Not that the design is bad, it's just a personal preference. And these I made with OB Cotton Kings cones, the big, big, big cones, like these. So I have plenty to make all the little hollies I need for the holidays. So that's great. Alright. Alien head. Mm. But yeah, like I was saying, if someone is disrespectful to you online, you don't owe him your sanity. You don't owe him to expose yourself to that. Like, no, fuck. No, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say that word. But like, too bad for them. You know, the people who matter to you are not those who criticize every little thing and never have anything positive for you. If someone cares, if someone really matters and really cares about you, they don't only have negatives all the time. If someone always goes through your Facebook and always has something to say that is either negative or criticism or anything like that, let me tell you, like, I'm letting you in on a secret here. They're not doing that to help you in any way. They don't care about your well being. They would comment on the positives too if they cared. Like, they would be supportive. So that's why I don't expose myself to that anymore. If someone is always complaining about everything and never supporting me, it's bye bye. you know? Okay, I'm not gonna put that on. That is probably copyrighted content. Oh, there's a dog in this video. It's really cute. I'm gonna look at that later. You're not the one who did that interview, Annie. That was not you. Oh, okay. I thought she was saying she did the interview. She did not. I'm sorry, I'm being cryptic right now. I'm just getting stuck on the Facebooks. The Book of Faces. Not a good place to get stuck in. Okay. Uh, close that. All right. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Whew. I know that's not appealing. I'm so sorry. Um, Goodness, I'm struggling with the yarn. The yarn is being a little bee right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is one of my own patterns, but it's not published because it's inspired by Skinny Puppy's stage show. So I will never publish this. I'm not trying to make money out of them or anything. And I don't want people to be able to make money from them either, so I'll not I will not publish this, but I can tell you basically how I do it. Just have like kind of a cone shaped shin, like to make, you know how the little alien emojis are like pointed at the bottom and round? I basically do this shape. It's like a teardrop, an inverted teardrop shape. And so I have a normal row between a normal round between each rounds to achieve that shape until I'm at the last increase, and then go I just do like normal, like you would do for a circle. You make a certain number of basic rows rounds, and then you close up by always decreasing one um, more, if that makes sense. Like first you would start by, for example, making 3 single crochet, then a decrease, 3 single crochet, decrease, and then the next one would be 2. So 2 single crochet, decrease, 2 single crochet, decrease. You do that until you reach the end. I'm still not making any sense right now. I think I'm just talking for the sake of talking at this point. But I am a little bit bored today. So I thought I'd come on here, say hello, and even if we don't have anyone, like, you'll be able to watch that, watch the stream later, and hear me rant about everything. Like I always do. I am good at ranting. But this is a little bit my outlet because I don't really have one. So I'm sorry. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Just gonna secure this real quick. I need more yarn. And I think this is my last skein of mint green. I might have another one actually, I'm not sure. I hope so because I need to make 2 more of these for people. So I might do them in gray, but you know, I think they changed the color for the second leg of the tour. For the first leg, the head was very clearly green. It was like a very green, alien green, like minty, a little bit bluish. But this time around, it seemed really gray. Because even during the first leg of the tour, it was gray with the lighting, but when the lights would change, or like on photos or something, you would very clearly see that it was green, and you would see that the face makeup was green. Ogre's face makeup, like the chin area here. I don't know if it's latex or anything. It's probably a prosthetic or of some kind that was on his chin area. I'm not exactly sure if it was makeup or what it was really. I should ask him. I wish I could. But yeah. And the second time around, it seemed gray, so I didn't see anything green at all. The eyes were green at one point, but yeah. And so yeah, I might make some little gray um, alien heads. I have a lot of gray yarn, so that will not be a problem. I think I already made a bunch of eyes for these. Yeah, little eyes. These are the eyes I'm using. I made them my own pattern as well. It's just like um, half circle. You go into magic circle, and you do half of what you do of what you would do in a regular circle, and it's like 3 rows of that, and then Once you're done with that, you just go across the top. You make 3 stitches at the top here, and you fasten off at the side here. I'm so sorry, everything is inverted on my camera. I don't know how to fix that. I tried. uh let's see, webcam, camera app. I cannot change the settings. Framing grid, customize, blah blah blah. I'll figure that out later. There doesn't seem to be any way to switch that. Oh, advanced controls. Maybe. In any case, I can't do it while I'm on stream because it will close my camera. So I will do that later. I'm so bored. It's not because of you. It's just a me thing. The holidays are kicking my bottom. Should I make string lights, like crocheted string lights, as a gift for my family? They're coming on the 25th and I don't have anything, so do you think that's a good gift? I don't know at this point. I don't know what to make for them. Because I don't think I have the time to finish the holidays blanket I started. I started this like last year thinking I'd have a head start on the family present. But now I thought they'd be in Australia and I'd have the time to finish that, but they came back earlier than I thought and they didn't warn me before, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Ah, this is. Oh, I always crochet them things for the holidays. I think at this point they're tired of me always crocheting them things, but it's not like I have the money to buy them presents, so I made the little mittens for my stepmom with Caron crystal cakes, the one I sold to my friend Ian, and so I made her mittens in red for my stepmom. I mean, I made my stepmom red mittens, and my dad got slippers, my brother got slippers. I made little ornaments for family members. I made little stars, cute little stars, and like candy cane ornaments for family members. Yeah. This year, I'm just late on everything. I've been working nonstop on orders. So, yes, this has been quite an adventure. We're going on an adventure, like a good hobbit. I rewatched Rings of Power not so long ago, like 2 days ago. The whole first season. If I'm honest, I love it. I'm sorry, I know everyone hates it, but I like it because I'm not trying. Like, I I'm not expecting it to be exactly like it is supposed to be. I'm just taking it for what it is, and everyone complains that it's so woke and that it's so modern for something that's supposed to be blah blah blah. I know the blah 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 doesn't have anything to do with that, but I like saying that just because it doesn't mean anything. So what I'm trying to say is like I like it for what it is. I'm not expecting it to be what it what people think it's supposed to be. I just enjoy watching the series and the landscape are very beautiful. And I like it, so who cares, right? We all have different taste. And I'll be right back. I need to wipe the hook again. I don't even know if I'm gonna have enough yarn for this head. I'm sorry. I have hiccups. I am not a fish. I'm not a fish. I'm not a fish. And if you have hiccups, that's a trick that works. Remind yourself you're not a fish. Um, it really does work. As crazy as it sounds, it works. Yeah, holidays will be great. Tell me in the comments what you're doing for the holidays if you're doing anything at all. Let me know. Yeah. So yeah, everyone who tells you that you're putting yourself in an echo chamber by not acknowledging their position is someone who is not respectful of your time and doesn't care for your comfort because the thing about you have to expose yourself to different opinions and blah 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 that is such yes, of course, we're exposing ourselves to other opinions, but that doesn't mean we should tolerate someone disrespecting us or someone who thinks our rights don't matter. So don't let anyone tell you that you are wrong for not exposing yourself to something that is harmful to you. If I block a transphobe for example, I'm blocking a transphobe because they are harmful to me and they don't believe I should exist and they're conspiring or transgressing my rights, whatever the case may be. Sometimes they go very deep into conspiracy theories and everything, but you know, like I just my inner peace is worth so much more. I don't owe anyone anything. I don't have to do the advocacy advocacy I do. I don't know how to pronounce that word. And anyway, I don't have to do all the things I do. I don't have to answer people's questions about it. I don't owe anyone any explanation, but I do it because I care about the people. So I don't owe my time to those who are not gonna respond well and are just gonna use it against me. I'd rather focus on those I can help and who is going to listen and learn with me and discuss things in a healthy manner. That's how things advance is when everyone is willing to talk, not when you criticize others for not taking in what you think they should. Because if you come to me and you tell me, like, how dare you not acknowledge my position that you should not exist? No, sorry, no, I'm not taking that in, of course. We had a little problem the other day. Last time I streamed, this person got pissed when I told them I used they them pronouns, and they left. And they say, and the person said, "Well, you should put that in the description," because I was saying, "Sorry, I know I didn't put this anywhere, but I used they them pronouns, and I'm a trans person." And so this person was not happy about that, and she left. So yeah. So right now I put it in the description of the stream, and I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm trans. I use they them pronouns. My name is Winter, and like, if you get it wrong, that is fine. We're here to learn. Well, I'm just going to remind you, uh, respectfully, and letting you know that way when I correct people, I'm not being mean. I'm not trying to yell at you or anything. I'm just reminding you that's what I use. So, yeah. But if you're not okay with that, if that disrupts your day or whatever, well, you're not welcome here. You're gonna be respectful to the people of my chat. You're gonna respect people's pronouns, not just mine, but everyone's. Because I care about my friends and the people who support me, and I don't want them exposed to that, because we all face that every day, all the damn time, and we are so tired. So, here, yes, it is a space to talk about hard things, but it is a safe space to do so. So, to those who will not respect me or my friends, you're not welcome. This is safe for everyone who needs a safe space, but not to bigots and not to hateful people. So, well, she wasn't hateful or anything. She was very respectful and left, but I'm just saying for everyone else, if you're ever tempted, to anyone who's ever tempted to try me, well, you'll get blocked, so there's that. Like, that's all. I've been called ma'am or lady quite a few times in the comments, and I haven't said anything the first few times. And the only time I did, someone uh, didn't like that and left. So I guess I'm just letting you know now. I've been out for a few years now, maybe 1 or 2 years, maybe more. I'm not exactly sure, but it is well known by the people in my life. And yeah, so, but, and like I said, we're not trying to be mean or harsh on anyone. We're really just trying to educate on here. As long as you're willing to learn and to hear us out, and that you don't talk over queer people, you're welcome to stay and you're welcome to learn with us. I have a good number of friends who aren't queer and who are very supportive. My friend Amanda and my friend Dawn are amazing, amazing supporters of my channel and of my social media and stuff, and they're good friends of mine. Well, I consider them good friends anyway. And I've not had problems with them ever. So, just because they know that what matters at the end of the day is the person who I am, not uh, the person I am, not the way I identify, what's in my pants, and the people I date. That doesn't matter. Like, what matters is I care about them, they care about me, and we're nice and supportive to each other. Like, we don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to be the exact same person, you know? So yeah, I appreciate my friends very much. Yeah. I also have a good number of queer friends who support me on here on and on other platforms as well. So we're good. Mm. Hydration reminder, because the mouth is getting dry a little bit. And see, this is starting to be really conical. And now I'm starting the straight rows after I just talked about queer. What about that? How about that? I mean, that is quite funny. But yeah, I'm done with the increases, and when I do these 5 rows, 5 rounds, after that I will decrease, and the head will be done. It's a really quick little pattern for gifts or just for fun. They're really nice and easy to do. Like, they take maybe half an hour, and right now it's taking a little bit more time just because I'm talking to you while I'm working, but you know. So I've made these with different eye colors. I've done them with yellow eyes, red eyes, purple, and red. Maybe I'll do some in pink, but Ogre didn't have pink eyes during the stage show, so I don't think I'll be doing that. Maybe for fun. I don't know. I'm having a blast making these little heads. I've made maybe like 10 total that I've given away to people. I don't know exactly how many I've made. I just know I have made a lot. 5 of them were given to the crew, supposedly. Apparently, there was a mix up with the band or something. But I don't know. 5 of them were given to the crew. 3 of them were given to friends. And now I'm making the one to rule them all. No, I'm joking. That was Ogre. Ogre is the one to rule them all with the big mask, the big alien head he wears on stage. Well, he wore on stage. He is not on stage anymore because uh the tour is over and Skinny Puppy has broken up. So if you were not aware of that already, I am telling you now. I'm very sorry to tell you this, to be the one to have to tell you this, but Skinny Puppy is no more. They have retired. The guys are each working on their personal projects, their side projects. They're not side projects anymore. They're main projects now. And even then, like, I consider their musical projects to be so good that I've not really seen them as sides per se. I know it's an expression people use to mean not the main band everyone knows, but I just really respect what these guys do. And to me, it's not a side project, it's just a project that they are into right now and that they are pursuing. So, yeah, Skinny Puppy is no more. And to support that, well, Ogre killed Cedric. So, the coyote taxidermy form, which was painted in red for this tour. And Cedric has been with them for a while. He's appeared in quite a few shows during quite a few tours. And, well, now Ogre during the last show smashed him to pieces. and distributed his remains within the crowd. So Cedric is no more. And he was falling apart anyway, so I mean, what was he gonna do? They have duct taped him and glued him back together so many times. Cedric was a good boy who was annoying to put back together all the time. Oh boy. Okay, today is not a good day for streaming. We've not had anyone yet. It's okay. I enjoy talking to myself. Hmm. But yeah, not having Skinny Puppy anymore sure is a little sad, but at the same time, I'm so excited for the guy's projects. I know Ogre is working with Paul Barker who was from Ministry long ago, and now from Lead into Gold, and he's working with other people as well. So yeah, and he might work on some more Ogre, his personal project that is named Ogre, and Kevin is working on his own stuff as well, and it's really good so far. I heard one of the songs because it was premiered on YouTube a while ago, last week I think, and I enjoyed it. I might buy that actually. Well, I want to buy it anyway. If I can gather the money to do that, I will. I always want to support those guys. First time I saw Ogre in real life, it was for Ogre the band, and during the Tricks tour in 2018, and it was really interesting and very powerful. His energy on stage was out of this world, and the guy had a broken jaw. He had broken his jaw 4 days before I saw him, and he was running around and being very intense and all, and he was great. The best show I have ever seen. Well, I say that, but now I've seen Skinny Puppy, so it's tough to beat. I'm sorry, I think Skinny Puppy actually takes that one, and Ogre was one of the best one I've seen, but now just have such good memories of seeing Skinny Puppy. I've wanted to see them for 10 years, but never got the chance to before now because life got in the way. I was in college the last time they toured, and I couldn't free myself up. I was a good student back then, and after that, not so much. And I failed a lot of classes, had a lot of problems, but essentially, I kind of wish I went to see them. But I don't regret anything. I don't have any regret. I went to see them twice on their last tour. It was fantastic. It was beautiful. And I'm glad I allowed myself the pleasure of seeing Skinny Puppy one last time. Life changing moment, people. Seeing Skinny Puppy meeting the band saved my life in the most literal way possible. Like, I'm not even joking. This is gonna be a hard topic right there. We're gonna talk about mental health and mental health issues and unaliving and things like that. But I've had plans actually to go see the show, and I didn't even know was getting to meet them. I thought it was just a photo with the band, real quick, like with everyone in front of the stage, uh, in front of the barricade, and then the band on stage behind it, because that's what they were saying in the VIP package. It just said one photo opportunity with the band on stage. It didn't say you get to talk to them a little bit and you get to meet them. I didn't know that at first. So yeah, I was planning to just go see the show and then end it after that, like going back home or something. Uh, I had a more precise plan that I'm not gonna talk about on here. And don't worry, now I'm fine, but yeah, that moment was a difficult moment for me. And I was in a weird space because I was too exhausted and I just had so many things to do. I wasn't really depressed per se, I was just really overwhelmed, and I had so many things going on. And I didn't have money. I don't have money now either, but you know, you know what I mean. It was just too much for one person to handle, but going to see them and meeting Ogre saved my life, so I'm glad I did that. I'm sure he's really happy about that too. Yeah, so just the fact that my favorite band not only knew who I was, but cared about me enough to call me by name and to say kind things to me, that meant a lot. That saved my life, gave me a little bit of hope in the world back. And I've had quite a few interactions with Ogre now in the last year. I've had some before he replied to some of my comments on Facebook years ago, and I was very happy about that back then. But now he's replied to so many of my comments, I can't even count. And I've met him twice now, and both times were amazing. Second time around, uh, I made the trip all the way to Calgary. That was paid for by some fans who really wanted me to be there. They didn't ask for much, they just asked that I send them some merch and that I just basically enjoy the show. So I was so thankful for that. But yeah, so when I got to the VIP, like as Ogre was doing the introduction and talking about everyone, like introducing uh, all the people. Actually, no, I think Kevin does the introduction. But as Ogre started talking and like, you know, doing the intro to the VIP, he says we have someone special in the crowd here right now, and so he said that I made the trip all the way there, and so that was amazing to have him personally acknowledge me like that. And then I got really flustered and I hid behind the barricade and kind of yelled at him. I was like, "No, not me!" And he felt bad about that, and I'm just like, "No, please don't feel bad. I'm just autistic, and I get really overwhelmed by things like that. But it was a beautiful moment, so please don't feel bad." So that was kind of funny. kind of intense. It was great. Beautiful moment. And during Warlock at VIP, he tried to sing to me a little bit, and I turned my head away. I was like, ugh. So I get way too overwhelmed at situations like that. Like, interacting with people is difficult for me in general, but during such an emotional moment, it was way too much for me to handle. So I'm sad and disappointed in myself that I turned my head away, but it happened. So what am I gonna do, right? I did this whole freaking giant post on the Facebook group to apologize about being rude to Ogre and rude during VIP because he was talking to me while I was on the in the waiting line. I was first in line. The person next to me just let me go first. And so Ogre was talking to me, but I was too focused on Lauren, the tour manager, to see when she would signal me to go through because not all the guys were sitting yet, so I had to wait a little bit for them to get there. But like, I was so focused on her, like for an autistic person, you're just always so hung up on rules and everything that you're just trying to do things properly. So all my focus was on there, and I completely ignored Ogre talking to me, and he was like, "Hey, I'm talking to you." He was trying to catch my attention. I was like, no, not me, because I was too focused on Lauren, and I was just really trying to see when she was um, like gesturing me that it's okay to come forward, you know. And so I did this whole post to apologize to about how rude I was and everything, and to explain that I was just really overwhelmed and that I was still very thankful for the whole day. But because I'm autistic, I struggle with these things. And I struggle with eye contact. And he replied to that post with a huge freaking paragraph that I will read to you as soon as I'm done with this round. But he replied the sweetest thing ever. And like, my heart is not over that yet. What he replied was so sweet, so nice, so kind. So yeah, the skinny puppy people are my people. They are absolutely my people. I consider Skinny Puppy to be my chosen family, not just the band, the whole community at large. All the fans, all the crew, the fans, the band, the people, everyone. They really are my people. So, okay, what he replied to me was. Get my phone here. Hold on just a sec. I'm just gonna. I'm very sorry about that. Oh, I'm having some bubbles. And now I'm just trying to find it on my phone. Okay. Here. Okay, so he said, I totally got it right away. Please don't feel anything negative about our interaction or your behavior. I felt bad after I put you on the spot. Aw, Ogre, you didn't have to feel bad about that. I loved it. I was just overwhelmed, but it doesn't mean I didn't like it. After I put you on the spot with the introduction, but was just thrilled to see you out here pushing the limits of your comfort zone. I saw you with your eyes closed singing. I was trying not to lose my eyeballs because I was screaming too loud. Sorry to break it to you, but yeah. Pushing the limits of your comfort zone and singing that made this. Oh, this is a very adorable part. That made this old Grinch's heart grow at least 5 times its diminutive size. I just wanted to make sure you were okay after your travels and that you were comfortable. He's the sweetest. I love that guy. Really. And he said a bunch more kind things that I will not bore you with at this moment. But yeah, Ogre is awesome. What can I say? I just love him as a person. He is really, really great. So he's like the kindest band member I've ever. Well, the whole Skinny Puppy um, crew and all of them, all the guys are the kindest people I've ever met. Um, I've met a few bands, not for very long, mind you, but like either for signing autographs really quickly or things like that, and like none of them have given me as much as Skinny Puppy has given me for the whole time I've known them. None of them have been so loving and welcoming. Oh, we have someone joining. Hi! Come say hello. Who's joining us? We were just talking about Skinny Puppy again. Because I always end up talking about that, right? And right now I'm making a little alien head. I'm done with the kitty. I just finished a cat. And the person who ordered the big kitty requested a little alien head as a gift, so I'm making that for him. So just stuffing the little head. Oh, I think we just gotta hit and run. But that's alright. I get it. It's Christmas, so you all have things to prepare. So, oops. Stuff. That's pretty much it. It's firm and the shape is nice. So I'm gonna take off the stitch marker and close this up. Do like the 6 decreases required for this. Okay, so skinny puppy. Skinny puppy. Skinny puppy. I know it's not like Beetlejuice, they won't reappear, but doesn't hurt to try. I'm joking. I'm glad the guys are moving on, as I know they love their current projects. And they're doing what they are happy doing, so that is great. I'm excited to see the new music they put out, really. Because really, this wasn't any surprise to any of the fans. Like, the guys have not been putting anything out for a while. They were kind of stretching it out at that point, and I don't think they really were into it anymore. So, just excited to see more from them. And I know so many people are so sad that Skinny Puppy broke up. And I get it, like it's a band you've loved since the 80s, and that's a big part of your life. I just think like some people have been a little bit disrespectful about it, which I'm not really out to judge anyone, but Gotta remember that these are human beings and they're not happy about it anymore, so why should they do something that's making them miserable, you know? Not that I think they were miserable, but you know what I mean? They clearly were not getting the same level of joy from it anymore. And they said so as well. Like, they said they were more looking forward to their own stuff. Like, just be mindful that it's okay for them to move on as much as we, as fans, are sad and are attached to that project. It is just, for them, it's just a part of their life they're trying to put behind them. For us, the fans, it's an amazing band that changed our lives. And of course, for them, it's probably changed their lives as well. Yeah. Just arguing with people online. Right now, I'm not arguing. I'm just reading the things they're arguing about. Mhm. Okay, gonna sew the face on now. The face is a little bit skewed. So I'm just gonna shape it. Sometimes the stuffing needs to be stuffed in corners. Just needs a little bit of shaping, that's all. Alright, that's pretty neat, I think. It's as neat as it will get, so. Eyeball. Now, eyeball. Those are not eyeballs, they're more like eye half circles. I won't be streaming for very long. My roommate is about to come home soon. So maybe he'll be there in like an hour. Mm. Sorry, this is gonna take a little bit of focus power. Hello. Whoever is joining us, welcome in. Right now, I'm putting together a little alien face. It's half sewn on right now, but we're getting there. Hmm. My nose is itchy. By the way, if there is anyone in the chat and I'm not replying, because I know this is a problem that arises sometimes times. It's happened to one of my friends. Sometimes he pops into a stream and like um he doesn't see the messages. So if I'm ever like not replying to anyone and seems like I'm not seeing the messages, feel free to hit me up on social media and I'll see it whenever I check my phone. Like, so if ever I'm not replying to you, that might be why. And yeah, feel free to let me know, really. Technology is not my strong suit. Not a very tech savvy person. So I'll do my best. Um, and I'm sorry, I'm just gonna focus on putting on both the eyes at the right spot just so it doesn't look like garbage. Because with dyspraxia and dysgraphia, it's so a bit hard to, you know, like I've said already, it is difficult to figure out how to sew things on when you're sensitive of direction and everything else is affected. So I was saying that Skinny Puppy has been more welcoming than any band I've ever seen in my life, but like at this point they've been more supportive than my own family. They've shown me more love. Like Ogre in my maybe uh, 3 or 4 interactions I've had with him total was more supportive to me than my own family has been my whole life. That's crazy and that sucks and it shouldn't be that way, but it is. A total stranger is more like a family member to me that than some of the real ones. Like I'm not really delusioned about this. I know he is a stranger. I know he's just the guy in a band that I met twice and talked to for like 2 minutes total. I'm just saying, like, it's not normal for a stranger to give you more in a few minutes than the people in your life. And that means that something is seriously messed up in my family dynamic. But it also means that the skinny puppy people are really cool and loving. And that's a good thing, I guess, because everyone needs a family. Blood doesn't mean a thing. What matters is when you matter to people, you know? The love, the kindness, the moments you share. That's what's important. I love having people who uplift me rather than put me down. And the puppy people have consistently done that. So I'm just always just gonna be very grateful about it. Just gonna go real quick to see if anyone messaged me or replied. Ugh, my hands hurt a little bit. Okay, so the eyes aren't perfect. They're a little bit not um, aligned, but I think that's good enough. And it's an alien anyway. It doesn't need to be like super crisp or anything. It has a weird face, so hopefully that will translate well anyway. Do I do a smile? Do I do a big alien smile? I think I want to do a smile, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, okay. A smile. It's good enough, right? It's just a big silly alien face. I think I sewed on the eyes a little bit low, but it's no big deal. It just, I think each of them is a little bit different, and that's good. I'll show you. I'll just like weave in this real quick. I'll just hide the tails. I don't really leave them in, I just hide them. Alien face. It's cute. It has big eyes. It's a bit janky. I like it. Hopefully, my friend will too. So I'll put that with his order, which is the big kitty you saw at the beginning of the screen. And we're gonna check right now if I have more of that color of yarn before I forget. Okay, I'm good. I have three more skeins. I'm good. I thought I didn't have as much for some reason, but I do. So, so I'm just gonna stay on here a little while longer. Not too long though. because I have so many things to do. La 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 la. Hmm. Oh, okay. I have a belly ache. A belly ache. So I don't think I'm gonna stay on very long. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about the yawning. Alright, so I wanted to see if anyone would join, but I think at that point it's dead. So, um, thank you, everyone who will watch this later, and thank you for hearing my rambling and ranting about disability and such. I talked about ARFID for a good while. About what did we do? Anyway, goodbye. Thanks everyone for joining, and hope you have good holidays. And I'll see you soon. Bye.